we live. It's me, Doneil Tonalissa. I guess we want to introduce ourselves with DMT Legacy slash something. No, well, we're
truck drivers.
We're truck drivers.
We're currently driving the truck, so we're gonna give y'all a little bit of our life in the truck, and also what we're doing to when we're done up, when we're ready to come off the road. So right now we're still on the truck. We'll be on the truck for a while, but we're gonna build something so we can have something when we do come off the road. So we're gonna tell y'all today about our story and how we met.
I like to tell this story because it's crazy, and sometimes people don't believe me. But we met 10 years old, 5th grade is when we met. This is when I realized that she had cakes and I wanted them. She didn't really like me then. And she actually, in 5th grade, she beat me up in front of the whole class, knocked me over all the desks and all kind of stuff. It was weird. But that ain't really stopped me because I really liked her after that.
What he ain't telling y'all is he used to pull my hair. I had long hair. It was in ponytails. Y'all know how our parents used to put our hair in ponytails and we was cute with our bows on them. But he would pull my hair. So I didn't know he liked me. He was just trying to irritate me. I guess that was his way of showing me, but it didn't seem like he liked me.
Well,
that's not.
I thought that's how it was supposed to go. You did stuff. You made them see you. You pulled their hair, smack them on the booty, whatever. Try to get your little freaky 10-year-old. I don't know what I was doing, but I knew I liked her at 10 years old. I knew that was the thing, and that's how it was. So 10 years old, 5th grade, elementary. I went to a different junior high school, and then we hooked up again.
No, we went to the same junior high.
No.
That's when you were saying I didn't like you in junior high.
6th grade.
No, I went to Ben Crawford 6th grade, babe. We went to Westport Middle for 7th and 8th grade.
Right.
And we went to different high schools.
Right. What I'm saying is, I got out of elementary school. 6th grade, I was in junior high. She was still in elementary school. So I did the 6th grade year at Northeast High School, Kansas City, Missouri, where I'm from. But then from 6th grade, I moved to Westport. And then in Westport Middle School is when we seen each other again. And at that time, I was a bit of a weirdo. She was one of the popular girls. You know, she had all her buddies, and they wasn't really ready for a guy to look like Morris Day / Miami Vice. So I would wear Prince Morris Day, Miami Vice. I would wear suit jackets with my sleeves, you know how you roll the sleeves up, Miami Vice down. I was wearing that kind of stuff in 7th grade, and nobody looked like that. You know, my grandmother had a perm, a short perm, and my grandmother would roll my hair up once a week, and you know, I had the Morris Day. Y'all know what the Morris Day looked like, and she wasn't really feeling that at the time. Nobody was feeling that, and they would crack jokes on me a lot.
I would not. I was not mean. I was not a boob.
She didn't crack the jokes. She just laughed at the jokes. She may not have cracked the jokes, but she laughed at all the jokes. I had one friend. My one friend was Dirty William. He didn't have no friends. I didn't have no friends, so we was friends. That's how that went for 7th and 8th grade. You know, so we fast forward a little bit, 7th and 8th grade. I'm trying to figure out who I am, I'm trying to go there. I got into a little bit of trouble. I go to jail as a juvenile. Spent probably a year in jail. But then when I got out of jail, I got buff.
You got buff while you was there.
Well, when I went to jail, I started hitting the weights, and I gained some weight. I filled in a little bit, and I became an athlete. So then, once I became an athlete, she caught the vapors because she saw me.
I see him at the party.
Yeah, she saw me again. She caught the vapors because your boy was swole up.
He was swole, y'all.
Yeah, I was swole, looking real buff in the, you know what I'm saying, real buff in the little get up, little college party where it wasn't supposed to be. And
right, we was in what was it?
The college little frat party
yeah.
or something, some or another. I mean, we snuck in. I had a buddy. He knew some people.
I would get in with my sister and her friends.
Yeah,
So they was band members. They could get into all into the frat parties. And
yeah, that's how we met. And then from then on, then we started to. I guess the word is courting, or whatever the case is. I had a little job at the Popeyes chicken and biscuits that I would walk to, and I would be on the payphone, you know what I'm saying, all weather, cold, talking to her on the payphone or whatever. And then I moved up north with my adopted family, and we continued from high school. We continued to just kind of fool around and do that, coming to age or whatever. But the prom came up, and we was supposed to go to prom together, but
it's a sore subject.
It's real sore.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go to prom, but I didn't think she was giving up the goods for the prom.
So he dumped me, y'all.
Yeah,
and I wasn't giving up the goods. So
which was
with who you go with. So I was gonna go with my best friend at the time, Pepper. Hey, Pepper Blake. So we was gonna go stag. Ain't that what you call it when you just go with your girlfriends or whatever?
Yeah.
So at that time I was having identity crisis myself and stuff. So I was rebellious. So at that time I stayed with Pepper and stayed at home with my parents. And we always gonna go together, but I couldn't find a dress that I really liked. So I just decided not to go to the prom.
And I went.
Which that was the worst decision ever. I'm mad to this day that I didn't go to my prom. So one day I'm gonna have my own prom, just FYI, and y'all all are invited to come fabulous because I'm gonna be fabulous. But so I didn't go to prom. You went to prom. Tell him about you. Tell him about it, because he told me about it, right?
Well, I don't want to divulge all the details. Just the prom was an event. It was a thing, you know.
Did you get some?
I did.
Yeah.
I did what I wanted to do with the person that I went with, and that's a whole different. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. But that was that. And
so
then
my buddies did go. They did go and they had a good time. So I just had to hear about his night and hear about their night, and I was like, why didn't I go? Why do myself like that?
right,
But
right.
you know, it happened.
So then we fast forward because the reason why the prom was so important for me to try to score, I'll say it that way, is because a few minutes ago I told you I got into some trouble, whatever. So right after prom, then I had to turn myself in to go do more jail time. So it was important
Because
to try to.
They set it up to where he could graduate.
Yeah, they gave me a break.
But he would have to serve the rest of his time
After that. So that's how that goes. And then when that jail time was over, and I got out, that's when I came looking for Tonalissa. I gave my mom some money to leave the house and the keys to my little car that I had, and my mother took the money and the car keys, and she said, make me a grandbaby, and she left. She left us in the house alone. 19 is how old we was, and I made her a grandbaby that day. I made her a grandbaby that day. My mom told me to do it. I did what she said, and that was the kind of from 19 is the kind of serious. We had a little baby on the way. We had hopes of going to college.
I was at Penn Valley. I was at Penn Valley already, and he was gonna go to school. Where you gonna go on a swimming, diving scholarship?
Yeah,
He
diving
was a
scholarship.
diver, y'all. So okay, once he got buff, and then he decided to get on the dive team. That's a whole nother story we have to tell you. But he was buff in these speedos, okay?
The speedos.
In the speedos.
That's my high
so
school.
I can see everything, the package, the body. Of course, you gonna be looking at somebody that looks good. And at that time he had long, pretty hair. So and he was a mess. So yes, he got my attention. He got all my attention.
You know that water be cold. That water be cold. And them speedos, they show all even with the cold water.
But anyway, yeah,
they
liked them. Everybody liked them because first of all, it was only a couple, 3 black boys on the swim team. How many was it?
My first year of diving, it was all black team. The movie, if you ever seen the movie Pride, that was my real actual life. My first year of diving. That was my actual life. We looked like them boys. We was embarrassed like them boys. And
I had on the gym shorts.
We had on long basketball shorts to try to swim in and dive in. And we refused to wear the Speedos. That was the thing. We not wearing these little bitty panties. We're not doing that. But we got so embarrassed before the movie Pride. We got so embarrassed that the coach, when we got back to practice, we told the coach, we need to look like swimmers, we need to look like divers. We'll wear the Speedos. But to our surprise, when we started wearing the Speedos, we started getting more and more attention. We had big picture glass windows at the school, and as soon as we put those Speedos on, they just flocked to watch us practice.
And I didn't even go to his high school, y'all, but I was still going there and watching practice. I went to Westport High School. We went to Central High School. But I would go up there watching practice, and they'd be in the gym, and
it was a thing. So that was kind of the start. You know, we've been together
a long time. Off and on though. Because he was a mess, I was a mess. That's a whole nother story.
We'll fill in the blanks as the time goes on. This is just kind of an introduction. Here we are. We've been married now almost 22 years. Coming up in a couple months, it'll be 22 years. So throughout the 22 years, maybe that first 9 years was probably not a good situation for us to be in, because I got married when I wasn't ready to get married. I wasn't ready to settle down and all that kind of stuff. Even though I knew in my heart that this was the woman I was supposed to be with. But the attention, when a guy's young, he's getting extra attention. What you gonna do? I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't. It wasn't my great idea, but I took it anyway. But now things really turned around for us once we made the decision to move to Jacksonville, Florida. That's when I decided in my mind, if this is the woman that God has for me, then I need to clean myself up and be a husband, be the man I'm supposed to be, fulfill the promises that I'm to make. And I made her a lot of promises, and thank God for her. Thank God for being God. She went with it. She allowed me the chance to prove myself. And since we've been in Jacksonville, our life has changed dramatically. I'm still trying to work on being the best husband I can be. It's a not a struggle, but it's continuous work. I'm working to try to be a great man to this beautiful woman, and this is how we are.
Yeah.
And throughout
He's a
that
great
time,
husband, yeah.
and throughout that time, as I'm trying to figure out how can I make all of our dreams come true, how can I do all these wonderful things, what do I need to do to start the process, put in the work, make sure I communicate, do all those things. And then I came up with this great idea to become a truck driver.
Yes.
Well, when I came up with the great idea to become a truck driver, the day before I'm supposed to start truck driving school, she had a stroke. A stroke shut the whole right side of her body, shut it down completely. She couldn't talk, she couldn't walk, she couldn't eat, she couldn't do any of those things. And at that, I mention that because at that moment, when she had her stroke, that's when she saw me. That's when, like, the icing on the cake, kind of, because I stayed there, I took care of her, and we worked together. That's when we working together, it started when she had a stroke, because it takes love to bring somebody back from a stroke. It takes love, so we worked. I taught her how to feed herself, taught her how to use those hands, and just going through there. And
I get emotional every time I think about it.
And as a CNA, I've been a CNA this whole time. Well, before we moved to Jacksonville, as a CNA, the people at the place wasn't really doing the job that I thought they should be doing. So then I had to come, when I stepped in to, I would come in and give her baths, give her dinner, and do all of those things. Then she started to see me, and like, all right, he's all right. He's a good guy. He gonna hang around with me even though I'm all messed up. And I decided
I'd seen him before that, but at that time I fell back in love with him. Through him nursing me back, through while I'm fighting back and fighting to get myself back from a stroke.
Right.
So that made our bond stronger.
Super strong.
And it was already becoming great before that, but when we went through that trial, because we've been through a lot of trials, and we'll get to all of that. But
we got more stories. I mean, I'm skipping over a lot of stuff.
That made our bond stronger together.
And the ability, the whole purpose of us is the ability to work together.
Yes.
And once we moved to Jacksonville, that's when it's me and her against the world.
Me and my husband. We didn't have our family fall back home. I didn't have my sister at home. Well, y'all don't know, but my sister's my best friend. I always communicate with her. She knows everything about us, our relationship. We're pretty open and honest about our relationship, so everybody really knows it. But I would. No, and he didn't have his family, so he didn't call his family, talk to them about what's going on. I didn't call my family. We just had each other. We had to figure out how to be best friends together, to work together, and
I'm still
and we did
progress.
that. We are still working with both of us, but I feel like that was the best thing for our marriage, because I honestly was, to be honest, I was going to leave that now. I was going to divorce him. So I was going to Florida regardless, with or without him, because I've always wanted to live by the beach. That's been a dream of mine. So when our daughter graduated high school, we was always going to move to the beach. So at that time, we were still having problems, and I just decided I'm done. But he came to me and said, if you give me a chance, I'm going to be be the best husband that I can be to you if you give me a chance, and if I don't, you can divorce me. Because he kept saying he wasn't gonna let me. He wasn't gonna let me leave.
No.
So
absolutely not.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna divorce you when you ain't gonna be knowing. But I said okay, because I was like, all right, this is our last ditch effort, but we gotta be all in. Ain't no
all in.
We've separated before and got back together. Either he wanted it at the time or I wanted it at the time, and neither one of us was all in. So at this point, we was like, okay. And then we moved to Florida. We had nobody else but us. So we went all in. We learned each other better. We treated each other better, and it's been great ever since. So even though we've had a lot of stuff happen since we went to Florida. We've lost so many family. We lost more family since we moved than when we stayed home. It's just like, Lord, please protect our family because of what is going on. Then I got really sick. We both lost our jobs in the same month. We were broke. It just was
a lot.
It was a lot, but it caused us to lean on each other,
to be together.
And we got through every single situation.
And if anybody, I am an open book. It's so many stories, so many. And we'll so many stories, so many different things happen, and we'll get in. We're willing to get into all of those stories, all my shenanigans throughout this whole time, and this is just.
But our main thing, the reason why we decided to start this channel and kind of share our story with you is because we want you to see that it can be done.
It can be done.
You can overcome. You can build with your spouse, with your partner, with your family. Y'all could build something great together, and that's what we want to encourage you to do. We want families to work together, so we're gonna show you how we doing it, so that way you can do it. So that's the whole thing. We don't want any more families to
not be there. God, if you know in your heart that God blessed you with a woman, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Go with it. Lean into it and accept it. And I promise you, when you accept what God has for you, your life will change.
Yeah.
I'm not an avid church goer and all that kind of stuff, but I do believe in God, and I believe when God gives you something, if you don't take His gift, you'll suffer. And when I accepted the gift that He gave me, our life is moving. It's moving. It's changed.
We are each other's gifts.
We are doing
He's
things.
My gift too.
We're doing things that I couldn't even imagine. All the stuff.
We had to get out of our comfort zone. We had to try something new. We had to do some hard shit. And on the other side of all of that was great things. So
yeah,
it can be done.
Great things, and it's more.
Yeah. We just started. This is the beginning for us. So
yeah,
we got a long way to go. We want to be here. So now we are on the truck. We both decided we really gotta handle our health a little better. So we will be talking to you about that too. So we usually I've been preparing our meals on the truck for years, but we still eat out. We eat junk. So we're gonna kind of revamp our diet. And, I work out every day. That's probably why I've been able to like maintain and not gain more. But Doneil, he has stopped working out. He used to be real active, so we're gonna get back into working out, and we're gonna work on our diet. And I've always been big. That's not a problem. As far because I've always been big, that ain't an insecurity of mine. But I want to be healthy. I want to be healthy. We both do, and now we getting older, and it's affecting us. It's just what it is, and we both want to be around, so we gotta work on that. So y'all pray for us on that tip, because that's something new we working on together while on the road too. So it's only so much fresh food we can have, but we don't have to just be going to the store more than what we were. But that's something that we're gonna be working on continuously. But I think that's about all for
That's it for now. So
now.
listen,
But we'll be back and give y'all some more.
stay with us.
Stay with us.
Go on this
like,
journey.
subscribe, and we'll be putting videos out.
Stay with us, because we're going to show y'all the...
Yeah.
I'm an open book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you... I'm a regular guy trying to do extraordinary things. So stay with us. Stay tuned. Subscribe.
Like, share. Invite your families.
Just come check us out. Just step into our world a little bit and just see what we're doing, and we'll find out together where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be big things coming later. We'll see how it goes. Hey, I'm Doneil. It's Tony. See ya.
Later.
See y'all the next time. If you got questions, put the questions in the comment. I'll answer any questions, because
or whether if y'all want us to talk about a certain subject, then put that in the comments, and we'll talk about it on our videos to come.
Right. All right. We love y'all. Stick with us.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.